Hello, 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 all my machine heads, and welcome, welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Farming Series on the Huron County map in Michigan. Aha! And the crowd goes wild. It's the 16X map. So, as you can see up in the right-hand corner, we have made it to September 5th. Technically our 6th day on the farm. We are doing great. Which reminds me, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. And guess what else I'm doing? Fantastic as usual. If you're in a good mood, I always am when it comes to Tuesday night, because I've had quite a few days off from recording. You guys know the drill. I'm going to lose game sound, but you're not going to lose me. I got to make sure we are recording, and we are. Now, as you can see, up also in the right-hand corner, I've got the speed cranked up, because guess what? It's raining outside, and we ain't going to make you guys watch the rain for 2,000 years. And if it works out, maybe I'll keep it at 10x. We can play our hour and be through a whole game day. It may work. So, did I just go through the door? That was awesome. So we got a lot of work to do today. We are going to do some seeding. But you guys are going to like this. I am, especially my older family members, which also reminds me, welcome to all our new family members. I love you all. Thank you. Without you guys, Fury wouldn't be nothing. So I did a little bit of changes and a little bit of changes and a little bit of changes. We kept some of the equipment, but we lowered down some of the other equipment. We went to a little bit smaller implements. So for my older people, my older crowd, my older family members that like the smaller implements, we're going to do this legit. We're going to build up and go small to large. Yay! So I sold the ginormous T9 that I had, or maybe it was a T8. I can't remember. And I got a bunch of money back. So we bought ourselves a liquid sprayer. Of course, it's John Deere. It's not a New Holland. And we have a John Deere mower, which we had. You guys saw that. But I also got a John Deere seeder. So, and that's what we're going to work on today. Yes, it's John Deere equipment. It's not New Holland equipment, but it's okay because you can mix and match. Many a farm on the world and the planet is mix matched. But the good news is I was able to, with that big money, change up some of the equipment, and we purchased not one, but 2 tractors. We went with the small farm tractor, which is the T6 1.75. It is 175 horsepower, but it's our farm tractor. We also sold the New Holland telehandler because I'm going to use this front loader instead. That's just the way it's going to work. And we now have the T7. So I sold the T8 or T9. I can't remember which one I had, but it was like $400,000. Sold it, and we got 2 tractors. This thing is 330 horsepower, and I figured with the smaller equipment that we have, I'm not going to be in so much of a rush. So I think today, let's get the T7 out, and we'll go start seeding because I've got to give you guys the answer to the trivia. Trivia. I almost forgot what the trivia was, everyone. I had to go back and rewatch the video to remember what I'd asked you guys. Because Fury's, with Gutterball and I doing our thing on the Two Brothers Roleplay series, and we're getting excited about that, which reminds me, I am not going to give it out. I'm not going to give it out. But I will tell you one thing. Stay tuned every Monday, everyone, because that's when the Two Brothers, we have got a huge announcement coming, and it's exciting. You guys are going to have to pay attention. So, let me park this bad boy, and then we'll start. Well, we can actually, no, yeah, because I want to park it because I got some show notes. So let's get ourselves back in the garage. We can leave that little tractor running for a little bit here. I wrote down some show notes so I wouldn't mess anything up, because I tend to mess stuff up. I tend to go all over. So let me get going here. Now, the question I asked you guys was, what year did the first New Holland tractor come out? All right, so I'm going to start with, let me clear my throat so I can talk without sounding like I'm swallowed a chipmunk. All right, so the New Holland Company started way, 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 way back in 1895. You believe that, everyone? 1895. Cool. That's the thing. I think I could put that down in stillware, because I hate to just stand in one place. I like to move around a little bit. All right, so when they first started, they decided they were going to get into farming equipment. Long before they did their tractors. Their first implements were hay balers that were self-tying. That was one of their biggest things that they started making money with. It was the balers that tied themselves. In the past, way back, the farmer had to tie the bales themselves. But New Holland was the very first company to come out with the self-tying baler. So it was pretty cool. And so in 1895, the company started. In 1985, way back, like almost 100 years later, Ford purchased them. Okay? So then it was New Holland Ford, or Ford New Holland, whichever one you wanted to call it. Many people had different variations of it. Some people called it New Holland Ford. Some people called it Ford New Holland. And then they renamed the company to Ford New Holland. So that's the proper terminology. So they named it Ford New Holland. Many people switched it all around. Okay? In 1990, the New Holland Company, or Ford New Holland, sold it to Fiat. So many of you were right. Okay? So, but here was the deal. In 1990, they sold to Fiat with an agreement that the Ford name be dropped after 10 years. So by the time the year 2000 rolled around, which was 22 years ago now, they dropped the Ford. So then it just became, regular New Holland in the year 2000. But Fiat Company owns it to this day. Okay? Let's see. Now, the very first, here's the answer. The very first New Holland tractor was the 5610 series, and it was built in 1982, and it had a whopping 68 horsepower. That was it. So it's a pretty small little girl, but the New Holland Blue has been, actually they were the New Holland Yellow first. Their balers were yellow and red, and eventually when they decided to make the tractors, they decided they were going to go blue and white. And that is your answer. So, some of you were right. You had a couple of people that said, which I think it was Jonathan, said that Fiat purchased them, so they were correct. But every single person got it wrong, including my main man, South Central Wisconsin farmer. He got it. He went into this long, lengthy discussion about it, and it was, unfortunately, Southwest, it was wrong. The answer is 1982. Okay? Some people had built, we're guessing 70s, 80s, 90s, all over the place. You guys are awesome for answering that. So, let's go. So, another trivia. You guys ready? Ready? So that was the first one. You guys did awesome. Let me shut my phone off and put that down so we can get busy. Let's see. What do we want to go trivia? I think I'm going to give you guys an easy one. And I think it's going to be real simple because Wisconsin already gave the answer. So I want you guys to pay attention to what's going to happen next. The first person that gets this will get me the first shout out. Okay? I want you to go back and I want you to read the comment that South Central Wisconsin farmer put out. And the question was, what goes into making TMR? And what kind of crops can you use? Now, for those of you who quote his comment completely, the first person will get the shout out on the next video. And ready? Do 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 do. And your final answer. So what we're gonna do is, going forward, instead of you guys asking for shout outs, if you want a shout out, you got to be the first one to answer a trivia. You got to be the first one to get it correct. That's why I gave you guys an easy one to start. As you can see, look at the rain on that. It's collecting on that. Look at that. It's fantastic. All right, so anyways, let's get into seeding so we don't spend our whole time doing that. I left a little bag of seeds over here, which is probably getting soaked. All right, so we went ahead and plowed this in. This was our other grass field. That field over there is now seeded. Okay, I'll show you real quick. As you can see, this is fertilized 100%. It's the 193 acres is my whole farm. So basically, this right here and this is all considered it all. So that's pretty cool. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Lower this down. Turn her on. Oh, it's not, you don't have to turn it on. It's a chain driven. When you turn it, when you drive it, there's no PTO, there's nothing. The only thing the wires do is raise and lower it. This is the exact seeder that Fury had growing up. Except with the exception of it's the same model, but they didn't do it correctly. The original 8350 John Deere seeder is 6.5 meters wide, so it's pretty close to about 19 or 20 feet wide. This one's only 4.7, so, but it's the only model that I could find to match it. Fs19 had the correct one. So I've decided, as you can see, I promised you guys in the beginning when it was raining that we would, instead of like fast forwarding through it, we'd play through it. You can seed in the rain, providing it's not too soaked, but you can seed. Doesn't hurt anything. It is a muddy mess, yes, but you can seed in the rain. You can cultivate in the rain. You can plow in the rain. But keep in mind, if you're going to do that, if you want realism, it is absolutely a muddy mess. Chances are, if you subsoil or plow in real life in the rain, you're going to get stuck. Your tractor will just spin and make a whole bunch of ruts. That's why farmers generally don't do this like this, but I couldn't afford to waste another day. If this 10x speed works out, like I think it's going to, we may keep it. Because it is still real. We can still do things realistic speeds. We can still do things realistic. And it would be kind of realistic anyways, because if you're on a big 70, 80, 90, 100 acre field, it is going to take you multiple days to do it. At 2x speed, I could probably harvest that thing in a couple of hours, realistically. The time scales are still quite messed up for giants, but that's okay. We're not going to let that bother us. This is also a direct drill, as you guys can see. You can seed right over the plowed furrows, but you would not do that in real life. Just to let you guys know, you see the plowed furrowed states, you would cultivate those down, even with a direct drill. You still would. I'm not going to set up course play because this is the only thing that we have going on today. So I'm just going to go ahead and do it. That's the other thing I got thinking about is if we kept it at 10x speed, like it would take you pretty much the whole day to seed this. Even though this little field's only about 7-8 acres, it would still take you pretty much the whole day. By the time you got your seeds put in it and your stuff hooked up, you got to the field, you got all set up, it would take pretty much the whole day. So that's why we may keep it like that. I don't know. I'm gonna do a couple of videos. I'm also going to try to jump back with you guys here once a week so that we can represent 4 weeks out of the month. Instead of seeing a video like pretty much every other day or every day, I'm going to kind of crank it up a little bit and see if I can get you guys a video like once a week in game. You know what I mean? It'll still be my every other day in real life. In game, it'll be like every 7 days so that we can get through the months a little bit quicker. As I pointed out at the beginning of the video, please, whoops. I want to not miss a section. Now this does take fertilizer and seed, but as you can tell, I didn't put any fertilizer in this because it's already 100% fertilized. In real life, when Dad and I would seed, we would not use fertilizer because the co-op would have it all fertilized, or we would spread manure or slurry. Also, plans on the farm are, if we can get this done in enough time, I'll show you the cows. They are starting to produce some decent amount of manure, some decent amount of slurry. Our silage bales are ready, so I'm going to use up the hay that they've got in their trough first because Farm Sim, if I was to just mix up some total mixed rations right now and put it in there, they wouldn't eat the hay, so it would be a waste. They would just eat the TMR. So we're going to get rid of the hay. We're going to let them do that. Then we're going to purchase ourselves a mixing wagon and so on and so forth. So I sold the New Holland, like I said, telehandler. I sold the big tractor. We switched over to 2 little tractors. Littler. The T7 is 330 horsepower. This one that I'm using is 330 horsepower. The T6, I think it is only 175. So, but I figured that would be better to use it for a farm tractor because I got to the point where if I'm going to utilize course play, I want to be able to have a second tractor to be able to do stuff with. And then one of these days, I've got to drive down to the ethanol plant and pick up a pallet of fertilizer that's down there because I tried to sell it down there because it said it would sell it and it didn't. So I left it down there because I was going to switch to solid fertilizer. Let's we'll finish this third headland here, and then we'll start doing our passes. So that's where we're at with the farm, and as you can see, we have absolutely moved ahead. Let me show you what I got going on here. So we got wheat in 96. As you can see right here on the screen, we're planting grass here. I've also plowed this in here. We got grass in here. 94 is soybeans, and 93 is wheat. So all three could be used with the same header. That's going to be the way to go. The soybeans are stage 6. So one more month, and then we can harvest those. This is stage 1, and I think this is stage 5. So next month in October, we can harvest the soybeans, and then in 2 months we can harvest this. I'm going to combine these 2 fields in and make that a giant. I think I'm going to flip over to barley so that we can go wheat and then barley, so 2 cereals back to back. And that's just pretty much what we got going on. We own 3 fields already. Well, we own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. Sorry. So we are moving right along. Day 6 already on the farm, and we have 5 fields pretty much wrapped up, which is another reason. There's the rain gone. Thank you. It's another reason I started cranking up the time, because we were getting caught up a little bit, and I wanted to be able to get the days. Also, one of these days, not only do I have to run down and grab the pallet of fertilizer, but I've got to mow this grass around the farm. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 82 Studios little zero-turn mower, collect the grass, and then we will we'll put it on the ground, and then we'll bring the baler over and bale it up. And we'll make a couple more. I bet you we make 10 or 12 more silage bales. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to run this completely dry of seeds. Then we're going to go over and get our front loader and bring up the seed pallet, put it in here. And the reason I do that is because you don't want to continuously drive over your seats. You can to an extent, but you don't want to. I'm also not going to use any GPS on this map. So we went with a little smaller because it represents like real life. And I know that it's not all New Holland equipment, but it is New Holland tractors. And for the most part, I do have a lot of New Holland equipment. But there's not a lot of New Holland smaller stuff. There's like a baby baler and stuff. And I'm like, that's like too small. See, that's our soybeans right there. Hit the wrong button. So see, that was the whole plan with the moving it up to 10x speed, was to get through that ring, and that worked out pretty good. Oh no, Fury made a mistake. Oh no, everybody. This is supposed to be grass. Oh no. I forgot to change it. Oh, we've got a choice. We can either plow this up and replant grass here. Or we can go through and let it just seed out and keep one field of grass for now. Oh boy, I guess I'll continue with this with wheat. Oh man, I did not even catch it. I didn't even switch it. Okay, well, plan B. We'll finish seeding this in wheat, and as soon as we're done seeding this in wheat, when it's done harvesting next time, we'll plow it under and we'll plant grass here. It's all right. We'll work it out. I just hope that one field is big enough. I do have a bunch of hay bales set up, and I'm hoping with 24-day months that I can actually grow grass a lot quicker. Whoops. As my son would say, oopa. I laugh because in the beginning of the video I was like, oh, I'm going to plant some grass. You guys are probably screaming at your screen going, Fury, you got it set on wheat. Fury, it's wheat. That's okay. It's called being a farmer, and you make mistakes. Gotta raise this so I'm not dragging it across the farm. Well, the good news is the nice thing about Farm Sim is there is nothing that can't be fixed. I could have very easily just plowed this up and made it grass, but that's okay. Well, we already got the wheat in the ground. Because what would happen in real life is even if you plowed it up, okay, you would still have your wheat seeds in the ground, and you would still get some wheat that would come through. There. So you'd have grass and you would have wheat. And chances are it just wouldn't come out right. Be feeding your cows some wheat already in it. Pretty cool. Oh, you know what? Let me see something here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here he's got his steering wheel set up. I'm going to try this for a change. I have not done this with steering wheel in forever. This is kind of nice. Not gonna lie, it's kind of nice. It's actually easier. Raise that up. Move that over just a little bit so y'all can see. Probably could pick up my steering wheel a little bit on the camera. I was checking to see if my sim dashboard worked, but it doesn't. There. Now we'll get her going. We've got many seats. I'm going to have to come over and fill this. Yeah, we'll just drive her over and fill it. It's a video game. Remember, everyone, I have not used my steering wheel forever, so it may look a little weird at first till I get used to it. right. Let's go. So how's your guys' farms going? Everybody rocking and rolling, and somebody told me they were on year 12 on a farm. One of you guys did. One of my awesome family members said we were on year 12 already. I mean, that's crazy. All right, I'm getting to use this steering wheel, I think, every time. I'm really liking it. It's like it just feels right. Oh, man, year 12. That's crazy. To the person that's year 12, or you guys... Oh, here's one for you. In your own personal gameplays, what speed clock you playing? What season length are you playing? Do you have seasonal growth turned on? Do you have it turned off? Do you have plowing turned on? Do you have it turned off? Do you utilize workers? Do you utilize factories? Those are the things I like to see, because I want to make videos you guys want to watch. So if it's stuff that you guys do, or you want to see a map, also let me know in the comments, along with your guess for the trivia, do you want me to stick to Let's Plays, or do you want me to come out with maybe some mod reviews? Some 20-minute videos of some mod reviews. Because I think there's not enough mod authors out there, or not enough mod reviews out there. There's only just a couple people doing mod reviews. It'd be nice to add another one. Map reviews, mod reviews. I know Farmer Klein pretty much has the corner market on that, but if that's something you guys want me to do, let me know. I will do it. Still getting the kinks worked out on our live. Going to be going live. In fact, Gutterball and I may be going live a few times, but I'm not going to get into it. You can't get it out of me. You can't. He's sitting there watching this video, and I guarantee you, he's like, "Oh, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing." It's the disadvantage to being transparent, right, Gutterball? Multiplayer Friday is going to be coming back soon. Wisconsin's just waiting on me to get ready to go. I'm still kind of waiting on Ranger. I know CC's still busy with his thing, so he will be joining us. He still has a spot. I have not talked to Farmer Z yet, so I know that he's been super busy with his real job outside of Farm Sim, but I did know that he was on like the last couple of days playing, so got to give him a shout one of these days and see if he's ready to go some multiplayer Friday. But it will be starting up. But the most one that I'm excited for you guys to check out for real is the Two Brothers Roleplay Series on Saturday, which drops on Monday. The video does. But there may be a couple of times we go live. I did talk to him about it. He was excited about it, as well as I am. Gutterball is probably one of the most easygoing, nicest people I've ever met in my life. That's why the one thing I like about him is when we play, it's our series. It's not mine. It's not his. It's ours. So we literally vote on stuff, and we talk to each other about it, and we say, okay, which one of us wants this? Which one of us wants that? And that's why I like it. Like I said last video, I kind of, well, at least then, I kind of worded some stuff wrong a couple of videos ago. I worded it wrong, and I wanted to make sure that it got fixed. I fixed it last time when we were on together. When you word stuff wrong and you don't think about what you're saying sometimes, can hurt people's feelings. And you guys know that I'm a big one about not offending people, not hurting people. I've always preached it on my channel. And some of the things that I said hurt a few people. Not necessarily hurt them. Just, they were confused about it. But the nice thing about the friends in my inner circle, my inner sanctum, I call them, we worked it out, and everything got worked out. Gutterball and I worked out some things of how we want our videos to go, how we want to do things. And I'm so proud of the guy because, when we first started making videos together, him and I, it was on Hobo Hollows. I had opened up that big Let's Play, and he came and joined. And I tell you, in the beginning, the guy didn't barely talk. And now we're talking about, like, our second series already. It's absolutely epic. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of the way he's opened up to be the person that he is. I mean, he's always been that person, but just to me and many, many people who have watched my videos with him, many people who have talked to me outside really think that we're brothers. I mean, even though we're not, because that's the way it is. But I'm close with all the guys. I'm close with Ranger. I'm close with South Central. I'm close with Farmer Z, Grizzly Bear Sims, all those guys. Those are my inner family members. But yeah, I just wanted to straighten it out and fix it and work it out so that he knew that I took the time and fixed it. But I fixed it last time, and I don't want to harp on it because he's not the type of guy that wants to harp on it either. But it's all fixed, and my apologies, Gutterball, to you. My apologies to other people that were confused about what was going on. And that's it. That's all. As Forrest Gump would say, that's all I'm going to say about that one. So, but boy, I tell you, I am excited. I'm counting down the days. It's Tuesday when I'm recording this. It is about, let me look at my watch. It's almost midnight. You guys know why I record at night? Absolutely no. So I don't have to get into doing that, but it is late. Getting late anyways. Cut that one off a little bit right there. So the steering wheel's working out pretty good. I get so used to playing without it. I get so used to just grabbing my controller. Because the last couple of 8 episodes, the last 2 months, Gutterball and I have been doing a forestry map, and I can't do forestry with the steering wheel. I can do it with a mouse and keyboard and drive with the steering wheel, which is pretty much how I'm moving my camera right now. Just so you guys can still see what's going on. But the farm here is absolutely taking an awesome shape. It just is. It's working. I'm not happy with the fact that Fury forgot to put grass in here, but that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it fixed out. We'll get an extra harvest of wheat, which would be good. I think next episode. No, not next episode. I think I'm gonna purchase the seed maker and then go through and teach you guys how to use that seed maker. I explained it already in depth, but I want to show it on camera and kind of make some seeds and get all set up. And then we've decided to switch to liquid fertilizer. Even though powdered fertilizer is cheaper, we do know that liquid fertilizer it's a half a dozen one another. It's only just a few dollars cheaper. It's like $100 cheaper to use solid fertilizer. But the reason I like the liquid fertilizer sprayers is you can tell where you're at on the field. Like the spreaders, you can't. So you can line your sprayer up and just follow the lines just like I'm doing here with the seeding. But a spreader, you don't have that luxury unless you have GPS. So I'd rather spend the extra $100 per acre than I would to keep guessing where I'm going. Because you guys all know I very, very rarely use GPS. I don't use it. Didn't use it in real life. In fact, almost all but one tractor that we had growing up did not have GPS. So I'm going to go stick to here. If I have to go an extra pass, I will. But I don't do it. I just drive. I farm the way that's supposed to be farmed. Have I used it? Yes. Have I used it in a recording? Yes. And there we go. Now we are seated. There's no folding of this. Now, when I get over to back it up, I am going to pick up my controller and back this thing back into the shed. Then we can go back to the steering wheel. And I think since we got a little bit of time, I think I'm going to head over and grab that. I'll take the T6 and we'll grab the trailer and we'll head down to the shop. All right, now I'm going to do this right here and pick up my controller and back her in here. Oh, you know what? We got to roll that field first. We might not have time to go down to the other thing and get our pallet of fertilizer. Leave that right there. Connect it. Let's go back to my steering wheel and zoom in a little bit. Yeah, watch this. I gotta go backwards and grab the roller. And it's the second one in. I do like how on steering wheel pedals you can control the speed a lot more than you can on the controller. On the controller, you just hit the RT button and it just like drives you really fast. All right. See how I can just kind of ease it out like you're supposed to. Awesome. Start going this way this time. Let's get out a little bit higher. There we go. Let's see. And this won't take us too long. Perfect. Planted wheat right to the water's edge. How cool. Down a little bit farther. There we go. I'm really digging the steering wheel. You can overlap and take that grass down to the next fertilizer state. Oh, because it's not planted. Can't do it that way. It's got to be planted grass, I think, that works on. Also might have to be the grassland one, too. Look at this, though. Our day is flying. I love it. Which is about right. If you were to take this, I think it's like 6 point something acres, and you were to plant, crop in it and then roll it, it would literally be the whole day. So this is realistic now. It's starting to feel better. There, so I don't have to keep my foot on the gas. So we seated, we got our trivia out of the way, we are rolling, and we're ready to go here soon. I do want to put some fences around the fields But I don't know. If I could find a mod that you could put fences down, but they wouldn't have hit markers on them, that'd be great. And was going to set up some course play on this and do that, but it's right now it's the only thing we got going on for today. So boy, that steering wheel's working out really good. Feels nice and smooth. And I've had it. Like I said, you just get so used to reaching for your controller. And I have to reach over my steering wheel because it's hooked to the front of my desk. I could unhook it. There we go. They should also change the texture. See how the seating and the rolling texture are the same for the most part. The only reason I can see is because I got the camera up so high. But it's really not that much different. So, wish they could change the texture of the rolling to be different. Like if you're cultivating and then you're doing all that stuff, you can tell. Get some yawn. Get some yawns out of the way. Get that ready. And now I think I can just go like this. Perfect. Now, it's only going to give us a 98% bonus because we didn't mulch it. I never use the mulchers. I think they're a waste of time, especially since I'm plowing. And the 2% that you would gain from it is ridiculous. All right. Done. 2 more hours, everybody, in game, which will be about 12 minutes, 6 minutes, 12 minutes. It's 6 minutes to go an hour now, because it's only 1 hour to go the whole day. Because if we played from 8 a.m. till 4 p.m., that's 10 hours. No, 8 to 6. I'm sorry. Yeah. 8 to 6. 8 to 4 is only 8 hours. Once again. This little T7's pulling pretty nice. Almost done. It probably won't be enough. I'll probably finish this up, and then that'll be the episode. Because I got to drive down. I got to get that fertilizer, and then I've got to mow all our grass over there with the little 82 Studio zero-turn mower. So that's going to take some time. That'll be tomorrow's job. What I like the most, this is what I'm going to tell you guys about playing long seasons. You can play very, very realistic because, like when you're cutting hay, you're going to cut the grass first. You're going to let it sit on the ground pretty much for the rest of the day that you got it. Then you're going to come the next day and you're going to ted it. Then you're going to pretty much let it sit on the ground for the next day. Then you're going to come and maybe even have to ted it a second time and then windrow it. Once it's windrowed, you're going to let it sit again. So when you're doing hay in real life, you always got to give yourself, a 2, 3, 4 day window. Also, depending on the size field you have. Like we had our 40 acres. We had two 40-acre bean or one 40-acre bean field and two 40-acre grass fields for our cows. So I mean, when you're mowing 40 acres, it takes a while. Not bad though, because you can do, if you do it right with a triple mower. Look at that, man. I'm driving like I've been having a few tipsies. You could do 150 acres in a day. You could. The only thing I don't like is Farm Sim tends to let you. Now, rollers, what I'm doing right now, I have no idea. I've never used one in real life. I've seen them, but I've never used one because we just didn't roll our fields. We were too busy wanting to get them in the ground. But like mowers, triple mowers, can they go 10, 12, 14 miles an hour? Yes. Do you? No. Generally drive around, 6 to 7 miles, 6 to 8 we'll go. We even give you that. You don't really mow grass. Just like think about it, like if you're on your riding lawnmower, you're not putting that thing in high gear and mowing your lawn. You're gonna mow it probably 2 to 2.5, 3 miles an hour tops. And a butterfly mower is really no different than your riding lawnmower, except they're 50 times the size. They're, one side's like 5 meters, about 15-meter cut for the whole thing. So, each side. I mean, my riding lawnmower only gets me 48-inch cut. Do they make bigger riding lawnmowers? Yes. But mine only gives me a 48-inch cut, which is still 4 foot wide. I wouldn't want to mow a grass field that's the size of that one over there with my riding lawnmower. It would take you 2 days. But that's the only real issue. But getting back to my whole original story, the advantage to... Oh, shadows. I was like, what is that? Why is that plowed in? The advantage to multiple day series, day seasons is you can do it realistic, I probably should have had it on a little faster speed in the beginning, not gonna lie, but you're trying to do things as realistically as you can. But in the game, the time speeds are so messed up because the standard game speed is 5x. So it's weird. It just feels like 1x, 2x is like really, really long. Even though on the forums they were all stating that 2x is the most realistic. But your implements, the speeds are all whacked out. That's the way I look at it. Look at this. We're going to get this done. We're going to have only an hour left in game. So that's super realistic. We came in here, we seeded this, and we rolled it in one day. Which you could. This is only 6-acre field. Absolutely you could. That's about all you get done, though, for the day, because you're not... Like, farmers just don't go out and they go, oh, I'm going to seed, and you hook it up, and you go. Like, realistically, you're... there's always something to do. You get grease stuff, get stuff cleaned up. There's always stuff working out. Last little pass here. We are done. There we go. Now let me get this folded. Jump out real quick. Make sure. 98. I told you it was 98. Now tomorrow we'll pull this equipment back out. We'll wash it. We'll do all that stuff. And on that note, we are going to wrap this up very quickly. Look at that. I didn't want it to be wheat. Wanted it to be grass, but what do you do? What do you do, Fury? What do you do? So as we put this away, I will say my goodbyes, and then I want to show you my 82 Studios mower real quick. So, ready, Freddie? Ready? Please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury drops a video. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever, ever you're watching this. And on that note, as soon as we hit 1800, that's 6 o'clock at night, we are ready to go. Now, come winter time, we may have to stop at 4 because it gets dark awfully early. Yeah, that T7, I'll get all these out tomorrow and wash them. And sorry, as I inhale some dust. We got about 40 minutes, but see how fast it goes. Love it. This is the way it should be. Should be. And my sprayer. And even though this is a tiny little sprayer, it's still 9-meter wide width. Crazy. Look at that. Even in New Holland blue. Gorgeous. This is, this got actually a bigger mower on it than my actual... Wouldn't be a farmer or a barn without Champion Spark Plugs poster. I never even looked in here. John Deere, Winchester. See? What a great... what great little addition. All right, everyone. So let's head on up to the bed, and we will get this wrapped up, and I will... I love it. All right, so we're going to wrap it up right there, and I hope you guys all had a great time. We made it through another day. I'm going to try to get through about a week before the next video's up. And if we can, I'll probably come back like the 12th or the 14th of this month. That'll put us like into the exact second week. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, then we'll go the 14th, the 21st, and then we'll go the 1st. That way it can kind of every video can kind of represent a week. And it kind of would make more sense to do it that way, because that way when I come back and I got all this stuff done and you guys go, holy crap, you did that in one day. We all know you can do that one day, but to be realistic, it would look like it would take us a week. So let's do that. I never even looked at these things on here. I look at the Farmer Almanac in real life. That is no joke. Let's just say, click, save, motor oil and stuff. That is fantastic. What details? I mean, absolutely insane. All right, everybody. I love you all. And you got to get out because I'm going to the bathroom. All right. You got to go, but you can't stay here. Later, everyone. I'll see you guys in a week.